Mental health to me means that you're able to cope with your daily stresses. We all have them. The majority of the workforce has families and relationships and other commitments outside of work. And I think that you just have to be aware of what it takes for you to be able to manage your stress and to manage those issues.
So, I mean, talking about our attitudes is obviously a major reflection of how we interact with life, how we handle stress in life. And I think in an ideal world, most of us would have an attitude that leaned to the positive. Even though I've got challenges or stress in front of me, I can solve it. I've solved it in the past. Even though it seems formidable at the moment, I think there are ways that I'll eventually get around it.
If there is an event that's coming up in my local community, I try to encourage others to participate. Hey, I see you haven't signed up for one of those activities. Come on out on a Saturday. I think that does a couple of things. You know, if they are having some challenges with a balance in their life, it is being able to go out, lift a shovel, have some laughs, and I think that's key in the workplace.
Well, I think it's catching. I think people that have a positive attitude influence others positively, and those who see catastrophe all around them are going to be upsetting to others. So I think it does have a sort of a contagious atmosphere, if you will. Positivity begets positivity, and negativity often begets frustration.
Knowing yourself, knowing what affects you, and how to maintain that balance in life, I think it makes a big difference.
Throughout a busy day, work day, whether it's a lot of meetings, is just to make sure that I do take that break. So whether that's at lunchtime, a 15-minute just unwind, sit back, read an article, read some email that I haven't caught up with, but just get that quiet time.
There's no doubt, when I'm emotional, even if I'm completely mentally healthy and somebody's ticked me off at work and I'm frustrated coming home, that's going to affect my concentration on traffic. That's going to affect how easy it is for me to make the transition to go home with the children. So yes, emotions and thinking process are generally two different domains. If I've got a lot of emotion, it's tough to think clearly. And vice versa. If I'm thinking clearly, I'm not usually as in touch with my emotions.
My whole mental health comes back to doing something active. To go for a jog, I like to work out. I like to do stuff with my kids, go to a soccer game. Though work is one part of my life, I find the biggest part of my life is my home life, right? And if everything's going good at home, I can pretty well work through anything at work.
We are a whole. We are a mind-body. We're not two separate mind and body. And the better shape my body's in, the better shape generally my mind is in. So I'm a big believer that our physical well-being, our health, our fitness level are an equal contributor to how well I can think. And when I'm out of shape, when I'm not getting enough exercise or enough breath, I'm not going to think as well.
When you're eating properly, when you're exercising, I think it allows you to get rid of some of those stressors and allows you to come in and do your day's work and allow you to go home and leave your work at work.
Everyone's unique and everyone's normal is different from the next person, so it's knowing your own balance and what your baseline is that makes you feel emotionally and mentally healthy.